Here's a skinny on that FTD order the customer sent to Oxnard, Ohio. You see, the customer intended to use a local flower shop, but instead used Google and ended up mistakenly using a sponsored listing. This means that they could be from anywhere. Unfortunately, they weren't. Now, had the customer used a local flower shop, even in their own hometown, to send these flowers for them, that florist would have known that Ava's is an order gatherer. They would have avoided them. So they tried themselves only to be taken. This customer picked a nice arrangement, assumed it would be delivered, and thought they were speaking to the local flower shop in Oxnard, as that's what they were looking for. This shop offered free delivery, and the customer trusted. The customer trusted a fair value and pretty flowers would be enjoyed by her mom for Mother's Day. What's most disturbing to the customer was learning that the company was Ava's, who farmed this out to a real local flower shop, and they weren't a real local flower shop. It's extremely disappointing. That's called cutting the order. What's even worse is Ava's called the shop and tried to get them to make this arrangement for $50. Shop said, no way. Our minimum order is $60, and then we need $12 for delivery. Ava's said, okay, here you go. So they gave them $72. So the free delivery never happened because they were now giving them $60 plus $12. Delivery is missing. You see, the bottom line is the customer paid for a flower arrangement for $72.99 to be exact, plus free delivery, which means they should have rightfully sent over $72.99 plus $10 or $12 or whatever delivery would cost. And then that discount would come out of Ava's pocket. You see, after all this, Ava still had the nerve to charge the customer $25.95. It's absurd. The funds that were exchanged for this transaction were paid to FTD, who's the only one that could do anything about this. Are they going to? We don't know. There's not a lot of leverage that they have. After all, these are all independent shops that are governed by no one, really. They can do anything they want. You trust people will do the right thing, but unfortunately they don't. And being that they don't, something else has to happen, and that's where we think we have an idea. Having owned localflowershop.com for over 20 years, I think it's time to put it into play. I'm going to encourage people to go to localflowershop.com, a free listing that they can look at and see who the local flower shop is in any given city or town. Now you'll know if they're listed in local flower shop, they are a local flower shop. Brick and mortar, we can walk in and make a transaction. How do we know? Because I'm going to set it up and I'm going to have my name behind it, and I'm going to make sure that every shop that's listed there is a local flower shop. I think it's a first step in getting on the right track to go in the right direction. What's more, I'm going to be asking the flower industry, putting a card on every arrangement, encouraging people to go to rateaflowershop.com. All legitimate, all fair, no ads, nobody could pay anything to get a result. So if everybody's receiving flowers or sending flowers and going onto rateaflowershop.com, then you're going to get legitimate results because there's going to be no paid options for people to take. Now, you might want to pay to have your listing higher than someone else's, but that's all legitimate because no one is misrepresenting who they are. What's important here is that people know where to go to find a local flower shop, and that's as far as I wanted to take this, because if people would know that they're dealing with a local flower shop, the experience is going to be so much better. I hope you'll all support what I'm looking to do here, and as you all try to figure out what's the catch, what kind of money's exchanging hands, zero. The only thing you'll be able to possibly do is pay for a premier listing, but not at all to be listed. If you're a local flower shop, you'll be listed. If you want all the features, such as to be able to be reached and have all the extra items shown, you might have to pay for that. But understand that if there's a local flower shop, they're going to be listed on there for free. That's the best I can do. The rest is up to you. If you want this industry to get better, everyone needs to make just a little bit of an effort. I'm willing to take on the rest of the experience. I'll make it the best it can be. I hope to get your support. Thank you.